Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday night. Those of you who just caught the product education workshop, welcome to class number 2 for the night. Those of you who are just joining this intro to biz, welcome. My name is Aaron Lahman. Excited to have my sister Angela Lahman over here hanging out in California with us this week. She and my niece Elena, her daughter, came over and they're having a blast, and it's just been fun to have you guys around. This is the beauty of this business, and I think about what you've chosen over this last, we lived with you guys back in 2014, 2015, and you were hustling. Young Living while doing your biz, while working at the schools. And so, wow. And here you are, you're able to come to California. You're not worrying about your teaching gig over in Phoenix. You don't have that anymore. So this has been such a transform. Do you mind sharing briefly just your story here as kind of the opener?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Angela, and I was a teacher by trade who stayed home with her kids until they were school age. And then as things got a little more rocky in my marriage, I went back to the classroom to establish myself with a position that actually sustained me through a separation and divorce. That was a godsend. I was still doing Young Living on the side, but only making a couple $100s a month at that point. And I knew that there was something more in it for me. I didn't have a vision of leaving my education career, but I had the vision of providing a better future for my kids. It was really important to me to help them live a life of abundance, despite being, the product of divorce or, whatever kind of shameful label we put on kids like that. I wanted to make sure that they could still participate in extracurricular activities, that they had the supplies that they need, the resources that they need, and I wanted to be able to provide those things. And so that was what really fueled my intensity during those years of building between 2012 and 2015. Because I could have taken on more hours at the school and coached a couple of sports or done some extra tutoring or taken on more responsibility, but I also knew that was going to mean more time away from my kids and more stress in my life, hauling them from place to place, and in between, eating in the car and things like that. And what I've created now is an opportunity for me to be home when they get home from school. Mm-hmm. And I usually have a home cooked meal prepared for them or something easy that they can eat that's healthier for them than fast food in the car on the way to soccer kind of thing. My son gets soccer cleats on a regular basis because mom can provide it. In fact, this last week I said to him, mom lives on a budget. Even though mom has, plenty of, resources to share, mom still lives on a budget, and we still, make decisions based on our financial future. Oh God, because he was talking about buying some really expensive car. So that, so it lends itself to a lot of great conversations with growing teenagers. I love the freedom and flexibility that's provided me, but I'm most excited when other moms, when other women really take their financial future into their hands and begin to understand this business as a real opportunity for them, not to just make a couple $100s a month, but to become thousandaires, people who earn $1,000 a month or more, to really change the family's future in terms of vacation and free time and desires that they have to serve and give more in their communities. Those are the things that really get me on fire.
Awesome. Yeah, I just remember living with you and just seeing you do the hustle, the dance of, and again, to start off, if you're watching this on YouTube or live tonight, no entrepreneurship journey is overnight. And I think that, our network marketing community is continuing to grow clearer and clearer at communicating that to people who come to learn about the business opportunities that are available to all of us. Just that it is, you gave up a lot of things, playtime in the evening to focus on your business and to focus on workshops and to focus on educating people and, launching business partners. So you did really focus. And so, again, this is proof that it can be done, right? I think you're evidence that it can be done. You have business partners who are evidence that it can be done. We have business partners that are evidence it can be done. So if you're here tonight for the first time, kind of exploring the business, and you're like, okay, just feeling it out, you can do it. You can do it. It takes work. It takes focus. It takes intentionality, and it just takes getting into action as soon as possible. So let's roll to the next slide here. So lifestyle one, this is what we're sold, for the most part, we're sold in American education anyway, is like, go to school, get your skills, whether that's by 18, you launch into a job or a career, or if it's 22 or 28, however much schooling you choose to do. And then you work hard. You work hard at this career for 40 years, and then by the time you're 65, hopefully you've put aside some money, or you've got some retirement accounts growing, or that have grown over time, and then you get to retire and start enjoying your life. The challenge with this lifestyle one, in my humble opinion, is that enjoyment, that designing your life tends to wait until you're 65. Because most career paths involve, okay, you get a couple weeks off a year. If you're lucky and you live in Europe, maybe it's way more than that. But here in the States, it's about 2 weeks usually. So lifestyle two, this young living opportunity for myself and also for my wife, Sarah, for us, it felt like an opportunity to design our life sooner rather than later. And so, I'd been a high school teacher for 5 years, and really loved my students. But the two things I could not stand and kind of led me into exploring this young living business was, I actually did not want to talk about math for the next 25 years, And so as I was sitting there at 31 years old, 33 years old, 32 years old, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, am I really going to teach math for the next 20 plus years? And then the other piece, so I'm teaching math, which I don't really love. I love the students, but I do not love math. And then the other piece was my salary. It was frozen the first 4 years. Like I came in at entry level, $35-ish thousand a year. And when I was thinking about, as Sarah and I were dreaming about the lifestyle we yearned for, that did not translate, $35,000 a year. If I was going to be in Arizona long-term on that income, what was that going to limit, right? As far as dreams go for what she and I had on our bucket list. So for us, it was like, we saw Ange, my sister-in-law, Andrea, and my mom, like really growing this Living Well Now team. And it was so exciting. And it was like, wait, and they were saying like, you guys could do this. You already love the product. Why not? And so we started to work smart, started hosting classes, started inviting people to look at the business, and are feeling really grateful to be Young Living Golds now. And for this to be really the thing, the main source of income for us. And I've had time to even grow a podcast over the last year, which has been a passion of mine, and host retreats, which is a passion of mine, right? So these are, this Young Living business has allowed me to pursue these other deep, passionate interests of mine. So, do you want to dive into this?
Sorry, I don't know if your thumb was me or if it was you.
Oh, well, I'll do this. So the wellness and beauty industry is expected to be $1 trillion industry by 2025. I think more and more, all of us are waking up to the reality that wellness is we've got to shift it, and so I think that, that's going to grow, that's going to keep growing. And the beauty industry has continued to just be strong internationally and important internationally. So Young Living, fortunately, has solutions in both the wellness and beauty world: natural wellness with essential oils, oil-infused supplements, and nutrition products. Young Living has a natural household cleaning products, Savvy Minerals makeup line, a CBD line, also has products formulated for kids, babies, and animals. So as that growth happens in the wellness and beauty industry, Young Living over this next 4 or 5 years, and for me, a couple decades. I'm going to be doing this thing for the rest of my life personally. I get to be a part of this growth and expansion of the wellness and beauty industry. So Young Living, the reason we're passionate about Young Living are multiple things, but the Seed to Seal promise is one of them. If you want to learn more about what the Seed to Seal world is, go to seedtoseal.com and you can really dive in. It's Young Living's promise to all of us that the Young Living essential oils and products, that we know that we're getting the best products that are available on like in the natural wellness world. As far as essential oils go, we know we're getting the best, most quality essential oils and products that we could be getting from anywhere. So from seed to seal, we know the testing, we know the cultivation processes and the distillation process, and also the sealing. We just know we're like, when it shows up to our door, we're getting seed to seal quality. This is the other reason that we're really passionate about Young Living. Young Living's been around since 1994. So we're looking at 27 years. Holy moly, that is huge. One of our biggest mentors is Richard Bliss Brooke, and he talks about, if you're looking at network marketing companies and you're kind of taking a look at, oh, maybe I want to join one, maybe I want to grow a business. He's like, make sure you find a company that has stood the test of time, has shown up consistently over time. There's some people think like getting in on the ground floor is going to be a cakewalk, or it's going to be the easy path. And what he's found, and he's been in the industry for 35 plus years, he's like, no, like you want to find a company that has shown up and has gone through the bumps and the valleys and the hills and experienced it all, and is still showing up and getting better. And Young Living, which was founded by Gary and Mary Young back in '94, has shown up consistently. So the other piece is the growth curve that Young Living's experienced. I think this, the wellness, as we said, the wellness and beauty world is going to expand and grow here in this next 4 to 5 years and beyond, in my opinion. And Young Living's been a part of that movement, a part of that expansion, where people are like, you know what? I want to actually take care of myself. Like, I choose that. I choose to be more proactive and more preventative in my wellness care. And I'm worthy of that. My kids are worthy of that. I think that's what you've modeled to Sarah and I, as you've raised your kiddos. It's like you are modeling that and showing that, right? And so we can be a part of this growth curve as it's just going to keep going. In my opinion, the next 25 years, I choose to help be a part of that continued growth. Do you mind dropping in a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So Young Living is currently in 25 countries and growing. You can see there that the yellow dots are the Young Living farms. That is one of the biggest things that sets us apart from any other company, is that we have full disclosure farms. You can show up at a Young Living farm even now and walk on site, see the planting, the processes that are going on there, the distillation, the testing is in some of the places is behind closed doors. But it's a really full disclosure kind of company opportunity. We are an internationally based global company. So if you have contacts in other countries, we highly suggest that you start to teach them about the benefits of Young Living so that they can more easily get the products in their home network. But we absolutely love this part of growth and development on a global scale. Young Living has over 2 million customers. These photos are from times that we've gathered together at convention in the US market, but obviously there are other convention experiences, international events as well that bring people together. We love that the vision for Young Living is grander than just 2 million customers. I mean, we're really looking at over $2 billion a year and expanding to be a $10 billion a year company in sales. So this is a great time to jump on board because so many people are interested in natural living. They're looking for alternatives in their health and their wealth as well. And so we want to be on the front and cutting edge of that. Young Living has a manifesto that really undergirds everything that they choose, including taking great stewardship of the earth, empowering people, as well as inspiring others to live healthier lives. And I'm like hooked at that vision, a healthy home for each of us, a healthy world for all of us. Like the decisions that we make individually may not seem like a big deal, but when collectively we're making them together, we're impacting our communities and therefore the world. Now, once you fall in love with the products, recommending them to others is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Sometimes people make this process really, really complicated, and it simply comes down to being able to tell your story. What were you doing before Young Living? Why did Young Living spark your interest? And what are you most excited about now that you've found this company? And when you invite people to just take a look at what's inspired you and listen to them and really honor their feedback to you, that will help guide and direct you in your business. Network marketing tends to be the best vehicle for any product that needs to be out and wants to be out in front of lots and lots of people. It is typically a very low startup cost. In our company, there's no inventory that you have to keep. Having tax benefits as a home-based business is another great reason to be a Young Living leader, brand partner, we call them now. Getting to be your own boss. Erin talked a little bit earlier about leveraging my time. I'm essentially on vacation. I'm working my business a little bit, but I'm on vacation and really have been working to inspire others as a sales leader myself to be able to do the work without me being present, hours for dollars, right? I can show up and do the work in small, concentrated hours. I've grown so much since starting my Young Living business personally, professionally, and I love the opportunity to help inspire others to do the same thing. So you may be asking, how does this business work? How do I get paid? How much money is possible? What do I have to do? And then how do I start?
So basics, just, first step is gathering a few customers and then getting your products for free. So as you help people get started and they choose to become customers and they get excited about the products, you teach them about the oils, you teach them about the Ningxia Red, maybe the CBD line. Everybody has unique needs, right? Unique body, mind, spirit, health goals. And so you're literally just helping those folks get started and start to order consistently. We have a Essential Rewards program, transitioning into a subscribe and save program here. And that program, as people are ordering consistently, you are receiving commission based on their orders. So this is, step one would just be gathering a few customers and then getting your products for free. You could then, if you're really serious about growing a business, you can inspire others to gather customers and also build sales teams. So now it's not just you hosting classes, inviting people to Wednesday night Living Well Now classes, doing one-on-one calls. Now it's not just you doing that, but you've got 1 or 2 or 3 other people that are, you're joining together, and they're excited. They're as excited about the products and sharing the products as you are. And so you have, some multiple teammates that are sharing and growing their own team. And so then that's where you start to see the growth and expansion happen on your team. And depending upon your goals, again, we all show up to this Young Living business experience with different goals, right? Some people are like, Ange mentioned it at the beginning, 1,000 there. If I could be 1,000 there, if I could earn $1,000 a month from Young Living as a residual income, if I could receive that every month, what that could shift in my world. So some people have that as a goal. Some people are like, you know what? I just want to pay for my products. And other people have larger goals where they're like, you know what? I want this to be big time legacy for my family, right? I have huge goals. I want to be a diamond with Young Living. I want to be a platinum with Young Living. Depending upon your goals, right? You get to decide. So this is the continued expansion where you're now inspiring others to inspire others to build as big of a team as you want in 25 countries. So an example would be you helping 4, those 4 each helping 4, which is 16 more teammates. Then those 16 each helping 4, which is 64. Now you're at 84 repeat customers who are saying, you know what? I choose to be proactive and preventative with my wellness. And you have those special teammates who are growing businesses with you. And those repeat customers, if they're all ordering, let's say $125 a month of product, that's about $10,500 a month in sales. And you're earning about 7% on average of those sales, or about $700 a month. So again, this is Young Living's most recent income disclosure statement, and you can get a glimpse of this. You could look on Google and find it. If you're already a Young Living member, you can get onto your virtual office and find this. If you're following along on YouTube or you're seeing this right now, you can get a glimpse at what's possible. What are some of those average incomes, annual incomes for executives, silvers, golds, platinums, diamonds, senior stars, whatever your goal is, right? So to kind of take a peek at that, and you can get an idea as to what is possible for you and your future. So can I really make a living doing this? This is a lot of information to process. And here are some questions that will help you to decide. What if you tried the products? What if you found them to be as extraordinary as I did, as Ange did, as your friend did who invited you to this call? Would you ever recommend them? Like you recommend a lot of things, restaurants, movies, stuff, right? Would you ever recommend them? What if others, as you recommended these products, these Young Living essential oils to them, what if they fell in love with them? What if they were as passionate about Young Living's frankincense essential oil or Young Living's mineral sunscreen or Young Living's Ningxia Red as you are? They fell in love with them. And then what if, as you shared, Young Living sent you a referral income every month? And what if that referral income kept growing? And what if you were part of a team with a proven track record? Do you want to check?
Sure.
Yeah.
So our company, our business, our family business is called Living Well Now. And as health and business coaches, we've developed a system of success. We call it duplication through education. And this is where we've taken all of the complicated systems and boiled them down to a 1,000-hour training system to help you learn the basics to make it in this business. Now, some people, like we said, are going to take the information and they're going to do a little bit with it. And some people are going to take the information and do a lot with it. And they're going to recommend it to a lot of different people. But the bottom line, when you first get started, you want to begin with the end in mind. Like, what is your end goal? What is your overall impetus or why for starting a Young Living business? This is something that you can casually share and earn enough to get your products paid for, but it also takes a little bit of a desire and interest in expanding your network, growing your team, and really beginning to do that second slide we talked about earlier, which was inspiring others to grow a sales team. So you can create an account with the person who invited you and get your monthly order set up. That's on our Subscribe to Save program. As a wholesale member, then you become a brand partner. You can announce your new business as a brand partner by asking people to just take a look. And then if you go to livingwellnow.com/success, you can download our steps for success, and which will take you through each of the processes that you can easily follow to become the best brand partner that you have and that you are. By inviting people to upcoming events, like every Wednesday night, we have an event where you can learn about the product, or like this one, learn about the business. Then you're showing people and expanding your network and having other people learn about the benefits to them. So here are some starter bundle options that you can get started with today. Talk to the person who invited you to the class by getting your essential oil starter bundle, seeds, Ningxia Red, little oilers, or even our CBD line comes in a starter bundle as well. You can also order what's called a basic starter bundle and add on other products at that wholesale cost in order to become a brand partner at this point. That will be changing in the next few weeks, so you want to stay tuned to the changes that are coming from Young Living in regards to our new website platform and the ways that we're going to make this even simpler for you to become a member. But this is how you can get started today.
So those of you who have joined on YouTube or live here on Zoom, thanks for being here. Again, as Ange mentioned, check in with the person who invited you to join this call. Ask them, hey, I'm intrigued, or I'm ready, or I need to learn more. Like, what do I need to? What's next? Like, what do I need to read? Get your hands on a 4-year career book. In my opinion, like that would be a great step. Is getting your hands on a 4-year career book, because That's written by Richard Bliss Brooke, and it just really lays out why, you know, if this was a nice warm up, that would be the next level, in my opinion, that you dive into. And then really, as you know, the Power Start said, it's really just about getting in action and just start sharing. It's, you know, if you haven't started with a kit, do that, and then start sharing and inviting people to join you in the learning process, inviting people to maybe grow a business with you. And lean into the training. You know, our Living Well Now team, we're doing the best we can to provide great resources for you.
I would also add
consistently.
something else that we probably need to add to this presentation is we do have a 1,000-Dare System for Success. Many of you on the call tonight are already enrolled in our year-long training program to learn the skills and tools and have the accountability in the community to make it happen. But if you want to jump into that, the website to go to is training.livingwellnow.com. And that will give you an opportunity to access the next part of our system, which is the Summer Hustle. And then in the fall, we'll have our 1,000-Dare Revolution, followed by the boot camp coming up next spring. So really excited to welcome you into the cycle of Living Well Now training. We don't make any money off of that. That's our gift to you. Because we offer out prizes and retreats and leadership development throughout the times that we share together. But go to training.livingwellnow.com for more information.
Awesome. Thanks for being here tonight. And yeah, sending you love as you explore what dreams you want to make happen. And if Young Living is a part of you creating your dream world, we're excited to be on the journey with you and just walk forward with you as we all share wellness together and also grow businesses together. Anyway, have a beautiful night. Thanks, Ange, for your help.
Bye.